Okay, we are 34 days out from the meet, max effort squat day, and I am not going to lie, I am a little bit in my head about today and about squats at the meet, and that's all because of the stupid mistake and giant ass knee pop we had a couple weeks ago. Like, sitting here right now, not only do I have the same kind of not very good feeling that I've had the last couple of days, which is part of peaking. Like, I'll admit that it kind of should be here, but not only that, I don't know how the knee's going to be today, and like, we're getting pretty freaking close to the meet. And what I got to remind myself is that not knowing how it's going to do is not a bad thing. All that means is that I need to trust myself. I need to be assertive. I need to bring it as best as I can so that I can find out what it is actually capable of on this day. And with that, like, all I need today to be is just better than the really shitty box squat we had last week. And, you know, talking myself through it, like, I think we can do at least better than that really shitty box squat we had last week. So we're going to get the sleeves on, get squatting, and make sure that we do our job. And I will admit that this was a bad choice last week, but I'm going to have to do it on meet day anyways. So we're, once again, starting with 2 plates as the first warm-up, and all I got to do is make it better than last week's total and utter clusterfuck with the 2-plate first warm-up. Oh, good sign is my knee didn't hurt pushing onto the bar, so maybe I can be somewhat optimistic. More. Go more. Right. Yep. Took some extra reps there because it didn't feel perfect, but starting to feel kind of okay by the end, so we will go for 3. And what I gotta do with this one is be a little bit more deliberate with the eccentric so I can be more precise with the position I'm getting to the bottom in. That was a better set. And like, my additors feel a little bit tired after the maybe too hard leg press push with Joel, but we will suck it up and deal with it and take 4 next. Once again, not super excited that 4 reds is a weight that I'm going to have to take seriously, but if I want to do what I want to do today, we'll have to take it a little bit seriously. I think that was good enough. And like, under the bar, doesn't feel super like connected and poppy on the reversal. Watch the tape back, it's like I really am waiting to get the knees forward to the very bottom. So I think the solution is going to be committing to a harder knee shove earlier, and I'm betting it works a little bit better. And similar deal to last week, if we want to go up, we will have to lock in a little bit more for this one so it doesn't suck. I don't know, that's fucking it. Feels terrible. And I mean, that is really not how I want it to feel. And like, early on I was talking about the leg soreness from pushing the leg press with Joel. And then like that said, I'm just like, holy freaking shit, my glutes are soft as shit. I think it is just general cookeredness from the deadlift. Very happy to report that it's not knee pain. And like, could I go up today? Could I force it more today? Absolutely. But I do think that the better choice for setting myself up for the rest of the peak is going to be to leave today here, have a better and more productive squat next week. And if we can have a better and more productive squat next week, we are going to be in a better place to be peaking. Because like, today's squat, even if I did force it, like, the biggest we're going to get is probably 700 pounds. And I don't want to take a hard 700 pounds at 5 weeks out. So I'd rather keep today a little bit lighter, make next week more productive. I think that will be the better, more smarter option to, do good on the day. But glad the knee didn't suck. And I think, again, like we can do better next week. So we will have to do better next week. And as much as these training sessions are not super fun to vlog, I think that these are some of the most important training sessions for me to talk about, because the way that I am treating this session here is exactly why we're able to do so well with taking lifters that have felt like they've been stuck for months or years and getting them to make better progress again in the team. Because these days do happen. And if we can learn to recognize when it is not there, come up with a pivot plan so we can make the day as productive as possible, we're going to take a session that could turn into a setback and use it as something that will help us step forward in the future. So if you are feeling stuck in your training, you're not making progress, you're having more bad sessions than good sessions, hit link below, join the team, because you're going to be able to get daily individualized coaching on every single thing that you're doing directly from me, so we can help you make better progress, not just from improving your technique and building weak points, but having conversations around training so that you know how to think about what you're doing so you can make better choices in the gym. And strategic shirt change so that we can use machines and not worried about like the chocolates on my back getting on the machines, but packs being used. So I guess we're penduluming again today. And we're on the other pendulum because I think this one feels better. We will find out. It feels like it's going to be really compact, but yeah, I don't know. I'm unsold. Update, we are just going to run the bigger one. And how freaking terrible that felt is made me feel a little bit better about the squats. So added extra plate. I'm just gonna bang out a quick one here and head back over to spot Darrell for his top set. I forget how to open this. Is that open? No, I think up is open. Up is open, right? Maybe. We'll find out. Yeah. In a way, like, it is a little bit depressing to have this feel this week today, but like I say, like, it does make me feel better about the squat situation because we definitely are a little bit flat today. And with the pendulums feeling very soft, not very pushable, I think I will take the opportunity with the lack of overall expenditure today and do something a little bit harder than what I've been doing for the knee with like my homework at home. Because I've been doing a lot of HG split squats, just body weight, but might as well run them with a little bit of, loading to load the knee or something. I'm nervous, that's why I'm rambling and doing a bad job of speaking, but we will try this out for the first time since we made it go ouchie, ouchie, hurt, hurt. God, I'm afraid. Why am I so afraid? Just fucking stance is off too. I hate myself. Oh, it doesn't want to go. Oh, we're in it. Okay. Wasn't that bad. Just like pushing through that like mid knee flexion where we had the pot before, that is a little bit sketchy. So the more we can push through it, the better it should theoretically do, right? That sucked more than I wanted it to. I think like the worst part about hurting the left knee is that I'm used to the right knee being the side that is softer due to my previous quad tear history on it. So like when left knee doesn't feel good, it's like, well, righty might be fucked, and I don't know, I will shut up and just do it. And what's actually interesting here is the left knee on the backside actually feels worse than squatting on it, which hasn't happened yet without load, so I don't know, we will have to get through it. It's gonna hold on. So I don't like trust the balance with that left side back with how it feels. Maybe not we've gone. I am so pathetic. Gonna add a tiny bit of weight so it like it's harder, but not too hard. Okay, we got a whopping 5 kilos per side on this bar. 80 something total pounds. Really don't know. Am nervous, but gotta do it. Fuck. Having the balance really does help with the trust. I think we might be able to go up a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, we'll go up a little bit. When I announced I would be going up, I was more confident than I am right now, but we'll make it work. Actually pretty okay. We might be able to go up again. Yeah, I think we're going up again. Oh boy. Still nervous, but happy to report that I do have a very sick feeling quad pump going on. And if this one doesn't kill me, like, I know that I can trust the knee at least kind of okay. Like, what would be really good would be a quarter on top of this, but I don't know if we need to get that adventurous today. Well, we'll see. Definitely supporting with my hands more than I should be, but I'm okay with that. Like, not fantastic, but less terrible than I was expecting. Oop, balance. We we're not going to be taking another jump, but I am in fact very okay with that. I was just telling Miana how fucked my quads are from the HG splits. Like, I have not felt a pump this big in a very long time, and what I'm thinking off of that is running the single leg press as my quaddy thing on the Wednesday may be a mistake, and I should probably bring the HG split squats in on that slot on Wednesday to finish things out, so I'm not just ruining myself with Joel and probably getting better quality quad and knee work, because like the knee feels juicy, quads feel juicy. And speaking of making things feel juicy, I think with the level of general posterior chain fuckledness that I'm experiencing after those big deadlifts, it'll be wiser to run a nice squeezy lying leg curl than a GHR, so that is what we are going to do here. Approximately doubled what Miana had on it, so we'll see if it ruins me. We're okay. And with how my hamstrings felt there, like I'm very okay with that choice. Leaving it at Miana's weight for this set. How embarrassing. But I think like with how I was feeling Wednesday, with how I was feeling Thursday, it's like I can force it for so long, I can make it happen a little bit, but there's going to become a point where it becomes more and more difficult to make it happen. And I think that, like, sitting here right now, I'm on, like, both sides of the fence thinking, like, fuck, I wish I did wake up harder and bring it today. But on the other side is, like, with the knee, with things being a little bit weird, I'm at least telling myself that I'm making the smarter choice today, and the only way to know whether or not it was the right choice is, well, to do my best into the meet, then do good to the meet, so that is the only option. But we'll get the hamstring pump. Goodness gracious. Ooh. Okay. That was gross. And figuring for lat slot today, I want to go with this golden squeezy boy. Like I have been doing a lot of the more bench specific cable row type intent, but if my main bench day isn't going to be till Thursday, today being Saturday, I think we can afford to get a more squeezier lat slot in the picture, and I don't know, we'll go squeezy in the lat slot, really try to just drive elbow low, make it feel like a cramp. And this is a machine that's a little bit funny for me because like when I first got on it with Joel was rolling really heavy, a little bit sloppy, and I was like, this thing kind of sucks. And then next time I tried it, I decided to keep it light, and it's like, holy shit, that is a really nice contraction. And like, I am aware that sensation does not equal stimulus, but I think that getting this level of sensation and then going until it does get really hard and like you're feeling the muscular failure creep up in the exact spot that you want to be training. I don't know, maybe I'm stupid, but I do believe there is some value there. Like we're going till we cannot pull anymore, even if it is lightweight. Running out of things to talk about. Man, oh man. And I mean, I gotta be honest too, because there is a significant part of me that is like, what if today isn't just fatigue from that big deadlift? what if today is like just inhibition of some sort coming from the knee, making me totally unable to squat well? And like, I know that is most likely very unrealistic considering we did a low box squat heavy in that last week, but the thought is still creeping in there, which is scaring me. But the thing is like, I ain't gonna find out what I'm capable of unless I do make it to the meet. So we got no choice but to continue doing the best that we can with what the body's given us. And as long as I do that, like, I'm telling myself that I can't trust myself and make it good. So that is the attitude. That is the plan. And now I gotta really suck it up and load up the reverse hyper, which I don't want to do once again. And with the general level of posterior chain foccalness after that big deadlift, we are gonna only load 2 plates and run it a little bit more lumbar biased. If I can get into the thing. Still sucks, even with 2 plates. Round 2. Yay. Probably should have taken a little bit more rest because holy freaking shit, we pumped up fast. I hate this thing so much. But I do like deadlift PR, so that's why we're doing it. And once again, for today's ab slot, going to be trying to expose a little bit more of that pullover positioning to make the shoulders feel nice and juicy for bench press. And we grabbed a much lighter kettlebell so we can keep it more overhead toward more of the way up. Oh, this feels terrible. I am tired right now. Man, oh man. Round 2 incoming. Hopefully you can tell by my tone that I'm super enthused about this set. Yeah, we are tired right now. Which, I mean, I'm not 100% thrilled about. And I think the most difficult part of this meet prep that I did not anticipate very well is that with coming out of, being all skinny and having ab days and shit, then putting weight back on, rebounding into the meet prep to be strong again, it's like my ability to tolerate multiple exposures of big lifts per week is less than what it was when I'd just be the same body weight through an off season into meet prep. And I don't know if that is just like due to the rapid strength gain with the weight gain, or if that is more of a, I don't even know what kind of issue, but I know that it is not what I have been used to. And I could be sitting here like thinking about panicking and how I shouldn't do the meet because if I feel this bad at 5 weeks out, it's going to be a terrible day. But the thing is like, I have tools I can pull the trigger on. I have things that I can play with. I have things that I know that I can do to solve this problem. And now it becomes a matter of just seeing like how well can we solve the problem so we still can have a good meet. And like the knee being a little bit weird does make that a little bit trickier in terms of figuring out what is the best way to go about it. But I do think we still can make her there well. And I think that the biggest thing that I need to be thinking about that is, okay, how do I get enough squat exposures in without pissing the knee off to still be strong? And what I'm probably going to do is, again, like I think we're at the point now today feeling the way that it did, we are going to just do a straight up speed day Wednesday, and then we're going to take a squat with chains next Saturday and just make it as good as we possibly can. Doesn't need to be fantastic. It just needs to be as good as we possibly can make it. And I'm thinking that with today being pulled back, not having a big deadlift Wednesday, like the biggest limiting factor will just be the knee. And if the knee's a limiting factor, it is what it is, and we can be okay with that. Then next Saturday, we're going to take our last heavy deadlift. And again, I would like another exposure or two before that, but again, if we need to spread things out so we're not totally smashered, like we can make that work. Week after that, last heavy squat straight weight, and then we taper into the meet, and we should be set for a pretty fun time. So that is the plan as of now. And if it does become apparent that we need to pivot, we will pivot, but I think that we should be pretty safe with that. And I don't know. It's, again, not where I want to be on this day sitting here, because I would have, before the knee screwed off, I was thinking like this day would be like a 800-ish pound squat straight weight, and being 200 pounds off of that mark, like, doesn't feel good, man. But we are where we are, and again, I think it is just the fatigue waving differently than I'm expecting for whatever reason it is. Like, it's not waving the way that I'm used to. And the deadlift being big, like, I can at least be okay because I understand why today does feel so rough, and I'm at least happy again that it wasn't the knee limiting it. And at this point, I'm just fucking rambling, so I will shut up and say that that's what I got for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Have a good night, and I will see you in the team.